What up, YouTube? FD White, back with another episode of FD White Invest. Welcome back to the channel. If you are returning, welcome to the channel if you are new. So I want to talk about how lucky you are. I'm lucky. I feel super lucky, man. I'm not exactly where I want to be, like, you know, millions and millions and millions of dollars, but I'm lucky. I'm very, very lucky. You are too. If you're watching this video, you are lucky too, because that means you know something that the masses, or you are trying to do something that the masses are not willing or not wanting to do. What do I mean? I mean, number one, you're either in crypto or you're investing, you're doing something like that. And the average person, you know, even if they might be, you know, going through 401ks or doing like that, they don't know how anything works. The average person doesn't understand or doesn't want to understand what's going on in the economy, what's going on in these markets, what's going on in the world. It's the Matrix. The Matrix is real, man. The Matrix is really real. And I'm making this video because, you know, I usually stay in my little dungeon down in the, you know, in the basement. I'm on the charts. I'm doing research with my family. That's really all I do. Sometimes I do go out and I listen to people. I listen to how the average person, the normies, as we like to call them, how they talk, how they interact, how they talk about, well, how they don't talk about, you know, finance, how they don't talk about investing, how they talk about this presidential stuff, how they talk about economics, how they talk about just the world, man. And they are really, really either lost or I don't know what's going on. I really don't understand what's going on, man. It's definitely a veil over their eyes. Like I said, the Matrix, shout out to the Matrix, man, because that is, you know, once I went down the rabbit hole and I really realized what's really going on, that movie made so much sense. It made so much more sense. So right now, you are lucky because you are ahead of 98% of everybody in the world. And even though we might get dips here and there, even though we might get these huge ebbs and flows in the market, especially in crypto, and you know, the stock market has been a little bit more volatile over these past few years than normal. You're here and you're willing to learn, I hope, and you're willing to take in this information and use it to benefit your life, not just financially, but all around. Because once, like I said, once you go down that rabbit hole, once you take that pill, I think it's the red pill, you snap out of the Matrix, man. You really realize what's going on, and you really, after a certain amount of time, you really figure out how to maneuver through all of this stuff. So I correlate that back to investing. I correlate that back to crypto because this is a, you know, where this is an investing channel, and investing, crypto especially, made me go down that rabbit hole. And I feel lucky. I really feel lucky, and not monetarily. I just feel lucky because I have the knowledge, I have the fortitude, I have the will to change my situation, man, and change what's going on while everybody else is just like we said, living in the Matrix. So I just was inspired to make this video, man, because I woke up today, didn't have to take the kids to school. My oldest one has a doctor's appointment. So I said, you know what, I'm lucky, man. I'm lucky because I'm just listening to conversations, listening to how people live, listening to people talking about, you know, what they're going to be doing and how they're going to be doing it and what's going to happen and how these people are going to change their lives and this and that. And I'm just sitting back like, man, I really wish people would snap out of it, snap into reality, and really figure out what's going on. And then once you figure out what's going on, you can take the necessary steps in order to, you know, better your situation, better your life, and just try to help other people. Like, it's hard trying to get people to snap out of it, man. To snap out of it. But you know, it's not my job to get people to snap out of it. But you know, if they want to listen, I'll talk. If you don't want to listen, you know, okay, I'll keep it moving. You know what I mean? But it's hard to relate to people who are still in that mindset, who are still in that frame of mind. It's really hard for me to, you know, to relate to people. That's why I be chilling. That's why I be at the crib with my family, or I'll just be on the charts, or I'll just be doing my own thing, man, because I don't want to talk about the things that they're talking about. I want to talk about how we gonna build wealth. I want to talk about some investments. I want to talk about you know, all these people who are still snapped into the Matrix, and how we gonna help them, and how we just gonna take care of our families, and how we gonna do things. We're not trying to wait till we turn 70, 65, 70 to retire. We're trying to do stuff now. We're trying to get out of the rat race now. We're trying to better our lives now within the next couple of years, man, so we can just live life, because time is ticking, man. Time is ticking. They put this thing on us to where, you know, it's you know, buy a house, do this, get a job, work for 40 years, retire at 65. Now with inflation, you probably retire a little bit later, and then retire for a few years, you can't even move half the time. You know what I'm saying? That's what they implemented into our brains. But you know, once I snapped out, and once I realized, like, oh, I could get out of that quicker, and I can do this and make money, and I don't have to be slaving. Like, it's just so much, man. It's so much, and it's not just being in tune to the markets. It's not just being in tune to, you know, crypto or stocks. It's just so much more to it that we're not gonna get into in this video. But like I said, just being around people and hearing their daily conversations and hearing how they talk about certain things, it really got me to thinking how lucky I am. And like I said, if you're watching this video, you're probably feeling the same way. Even though you might not be where you want to be financially, trust me, you are lucky. You are lucky, man, that you have the knowledge and you're taking the steps. If you're taking the steps, you have to take the steps too, if you have the know-how. So it's just a little morning rant, man, that I wanted to come with, that I wanted to talk about, man. Make sure you like, subscribe. We will be talking about what's happening this week with the rate cuts. We will be talking about what I'm seeing in the markets. So we'll just be just staying in tune to the markets and bringing it back to the community, what I see, how I see it, just my interpretation. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a dude who learned it, autodidact, who learned, you know, the game, and just trying to regurgitate it out back to the community from my perspective. So this is FD White. Make sure you like, subscribe, and I will talk to you in the next video. Peace.